Welcome to the first of hopefully many new training videos. The purpose of them is to outline some of the basics of any new products we are launching into the Cellhire product portfolio. In this case, we are starting with the iPad 2, released earlier this year, the successor to the original iPad. First, we'll start with unboxing the product. In the box, you got all the basic kit you need to start using the iPad straight away. There's a quick user guide, a USB cable, and a UK plug with an AC adapter. The UK plug attaches to the adapter like such, then the USB cable plugs into there. There are accessories available such as cases and screen protectors, however these are not standard and they need to be purchased separately. On the iPad there are a few external buttons and connectors to be made aware of. First, there is a power stroke sleep button. This will turn the iPad on or off. A quick press puts the iPad in sleep mode, and a longer press will turn the iPad off. In the middle of the iPad there is a microphone, and then we have a 3.5mm stereo headphone jack. Below the power button is a rear facing camera. There is also a front facing camera which can be used when making calls using the FaceTime app. Next we have a slide switch which will either act as a mute button or as a screen rotation lock button. This is programmable within the settings menu. Below that there is a volume up and a volume down button. At the bottom of the iPad there is the speaker, and then there is the charging point. At the bottom, on the front of the screen, there is a home button which lets you get back to the home screen at any time. Now let's turn the iPad on. It's been in sleep mode, so a quick press will make the screen become active, and then slide to the right to unlock the screen. Before it is even possible to start using all the features that the iPad has, you have to plug the iPad into a computer which is connected to the internet to activate the device against iTunes, similar to how you activate an iPhone. If you do not have iTunes, it is available as a free download from the Apple website. This process can be a bit fiddly, so if it looks like nothing is happening, then unplugging and replugging the device can help. Okay, so here is the main screen, and once activated you will be presented with the home screen which is here. Along the bottom of the home screen is a favourite stock for quickly accessing frequently used applications. There is also the time in the middle of the screen and a battery indicator. The screen layout is very similar to an iPhone. All the main pre-installed apps and icons are on the main home screen pane. Slide your finger to the right to open the Spotlight app. Spotlight app will allow you to search the majority of the device contents and is useful for finding anything such as a picture or an app that you have forgotten about. Press the home button to return to the main screen, and then slide left to go to the second home screen pane, which is normally where all your downloaded apps will be stored. So, how do you connect to the internet? With the Wi-Fi version of the iPad, the only method of web connectivity is using Wi-Fi, whereas on the 3G version you can use a data-enabled micro SIM card and connect through 3G/HSDPA mobile internet. In this case, we're using a ZTE MiFi as our internet connection. So, to connect to a Wi-Fi on the device, go to Settings, choose Wi-Fi from the left-hand side menu, and under where it says Choose a Network, select the network name in question, and as you can see, we're presented for a password. This is the password of the Wi-Fi. And tap join. Once successfully connected, a tick will appear next to the SSID name and a Wi-Fi symbol will appear in the top left hand corner to also denote a successful connection. So to test, we return to the home screen and tap Safari, and in this case we're going to try and browse to the BBC homepage. So in the address bar we type in the BBC website address. Tap go. So as you can see, we have successfully navigated to the BBC homepage. So to return to home screen, press the home button. The next step to talk about is email. There are lots of different types of email you can set up on the iPad, including most web-based email and Microsoft Exchange email. So how do you set up email? In this case we're going to set up a Gmail account. So on the favourites dock, press the mail button, and in this case choose Gmail, then start typing in the relevant information for a Gmail account. Tap next to continue and wait for the account to verify. Choose save, and then the email should start to download, and as you can see it has downloaded an email I sent to the Gmail account this morning. So that is email setup completed. The last feature to talk about is the Apple App Store. The App Store is a place to download any additional apps to the device. An app can be either a game, business app, an ebook, social networking, sports app, weather app, and much more. The App Store is accessed from an icon on the home screen. Tap the App Store icon. Now before you can download any apps, you have to actually sign up for an Apple ID. This is basically an account that registers all your downloads and keeps track of all the apps you purchase. It will ask you to register a credit or debit card against the account to pay for any chargeable apps. The Apple ID can be used across different devices such as the iPhone, so the Apple ID is not unique to the device. It is possible to search for many different apps using the search feature. In this case, we're going to download the BBC iPlayer. So in this case we choose top charts and wait for BBC iPlayer to appear. We find BBC iPlayer in the list, tap install, and as you can see it's requested my Apple ID. If you didn't have an Apple ID, it would at this point request that you create one. So in this case I enter my password, tap OK. And as you can see, it starts to download the BBC iPlayer app. Once complete, the icon will appear on the second home screen pane. So, that finishes and concludes the introduction to the iPad 2. If you have any further questions, please contact either myself or UK Technical Support. Thank you.